Good morning, everyone. This is Christy Villanueva, president of the West San Antonio Chamber of Commerce. And today I'm so happy to have Dr. Erika Gonzalez here with me, not only a small business owner, but also chair of the Hispanic Chamber. Thank you for being here.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. And just so everybody knows, we have these various conversations because we want to help business owners succeed. And whether that's education, whether that's staff development, I mean, any number of things. And many times, I'm sure you can probably agree, we don't, as business owners and leaders, we don't take enough time for ourselves.
That's true. Yeah.
And sometimes that may impact our staff in some way or another. So participating in these events and helping each other, supporting each other is such a positive thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally agree. If you're not good yourself, then you can't be good for someone else. I completely agree with that.
That's right. And you've had, some experiences, I believe, in your field, in your medical field, the positives and the negatives, maybe with colleagues and acquaintances, the positives and the negatives of, just life and work, trying to keep that balance.
Right.
Do you think maybe you could share just a little bit with us on that?
Well, I think that medicine has really changed over the years, and so we find ourselves as physicians having to do a lot more paperwork, which for us can sometimes take out the joy of what we like to do, right?
Yes.
What we like to do is
people.
actually being there face to face with the patient, being able to have a conversation, earn the patient's trust. And
Yes.
so, just like everything else, you just kind of have to find a balance and know when it's time to take a time out so that you don't feel kind of that burnout.
That's right.
Because you can't be good for your patients if you yourself are kind of burnt out or stressed out. And so it's just a matter of, telling yourself, like, the work's going to be there tomorrow. I'm going to go home. I'm going to rest. I'm going to go hang out with the family or whatever it is that you need to do for yourself to take care of yourself.
Yes, I absolutely agree. No. And so you're chairwoman, you're a business owner, and you're on a commission that's appointed by the mayor. Is that correct?
That's correct. So the Mayor's Commission on the Status of Women.
And that is huge because you have a lot of wonderful women that sit on that commission with you that are helping to put some wonderful events together. So tell us about those events. I'm excited to hear more.
So you're right. It's a phenomenal group of women that are committed to trying to make sure that we are advising our council on the issues that are important to women. So we know that March is International Women's Month, and so we're going to have our second annual summit, and we're really excited about it. It's going to once again center around the topics that were identified in the resolution that was passed in 2017 by our council as being the most important issues affecting our women today. So that would be health, entrepreneurship, and domestic violence.
Absolutely. So that's wonderful because I know there was a lot of people in the community that said, oh my goodness, this is just another commission and this is just another piece of paper that's going through council. But realistically, there's been a lot of action happening with this commission. So, I always, if I ever hear that, I always tell people, you've really got to find out more because it's definitely more that meets the eye. Each of these women, excuse me, sorry, is busy hosting a number of different things, and then everyone coming together to host this event on Saturday, March 7th.
Yeah, so, I think that one of the things that a lot of the women commissioners dedicated themselves to the very beginning was we're going to want to do things that are impactful to the community. And we've been very proud of the city identifying those issues that are affecting women, but also getting behind us. We couldn't do this without the support of the city. So when we bring these issues to them, they're very happy to support us and push us through. We had some free mammogram screening in the fall for the employees of City Hall, and that was really successful. And so it's just little things like that that do make a difference. So
absolutely.
It doesn't have to be a big old event. So.
Yes, no, and I've already heard around the city, obviously the West Chamber has been hosting our own events, and through those channels, we've already heard vendors say how much they're looking forward to Saturday's event and what they can expect and the positive vibes that they received last year. So it's just, it's a buzz everywhere, and I've been excited too about attending. So what kind of services no matter who attends,
Sure.
whether you're part of a business or just an individual attending, what can they expect on March 7th?
So it is a community event, and it's free and open to the public. So we wanted to make sure that it was inclusive of, like you said, people from all over San Antonio, and not just the women, but the men that support these women.
Yes.
And so for us, we're expanding it. Every year we hope for it to get bigger and bigger. From the healthcare perspective, we're going to have a mammogram bus out there so women can get their mammograms. We're going to have kidney screening. We're going to have cardiovascular screening, so for heart disease. So we're happy to offer that as far as a service to our community to help them stay healthy and be healthy.
Yes.
We'll have a domestic violence panel again, which was really successful last year. And, you know, we have the resources there so that if any women are struggling through that, the help will be there if they need it, and the resources so that they don't feel like there is not options for them. And then for our entrepreneurship, women who are thinking about an idea that think, you know, I can't do this, this is, you know, why would I be able to do this? So many women have started their businesses outside of their kitchen.
Yes.
And some of those have grown, you know, to be amazing multi-million-dollar operations. And so just how do you get your funding? How do you get started? Marketing, just all the little things that, you know, are important when you're wanting to start a business, but knowing that anybody can do it, you just need to know where the resources are.
No, absolutely. That sounds like it's going to be a tremendous help to the community. And I know, just like the place that we're in here today, Caficionado, it's a woman-owned business. She started off very small, and then she connects to vendors that are in the area that are small, minority, veteran-owned. I'll have to give a shout-out to Noni's Sweet Treats, because they supply all the treats, which I had to purchase some of these little coconut cookies and, you know, just to get a taste. And I know Veronica's has some other treats over there too. But those women coming together and supporting each other. And what I've also heard in the community, there's still a lot of women that do not get their health screenings, and they don't feel comfortable going in and getting that mammogram. So to come to an event like this and really feel supported, not only by all these women that are in your group that are volunteering their time, but by the city of San Antonio and the vendors that are there, it's a lot easier to kind of take that challenge on.
Well, we're trying to minimize any barriers that a woman may have for any of these issues. You know, oftentimes as mom or working women, we are being pulled in so many different directions, and so we prioritize ourselves last, right? Because people are counting on us. We need to get things done, and so we'll get to ourselves later, but that later never happens.
Right.
So we're able to kind of, you know, have it there where they're like, you know what, it's right there. Maybe it's easy enough for me to take. It takes 15, 20 minutes to get screened, and it can make a world of difference. You know, if for whatever reason there is something that's suspicious, the earlier you identify it, the better it is. And so we just kind of want to, you know, have women take care of themselves.
Absolutely. And I think that's also a great opportunity to bring, if you have daughters, to allow them to witness this, you know, wonderful environment and also feel safe about hearing the information so they start to get used to it. I know in much of my life, that was how I learned to do things, through my mother.
Absolutely.
Hearing it, or an aunt or my grandmother. So, and because San Antonio is such a close-knit community, it's important to bring the whole family and let's go. It's free, so why not?
Yeah, the things that we see growing up are the things that become a part of just our natural day-to-day.
Yes.
I mean, we see that in politics too, right? If your parents voted, then you're more likely to vote. And
absolutely.
So it's important to kind of model those behaviors so that it becomes something that's just a standard thing that we do in our lives.
Well, that's wonderful. So it's March 7th. That is a Saturday. It starts at what time?
So it starts at 9:30 and it'll go on until 3 p.m. It's going to be on the campus of Texas A&M San Antonio. So we're very excited to, you know, invite the community out there. And there will be free VIA passes for anybody that may be a hindrance. VIA was very generous to kind of give us that. So if they go on to our website, they'll have all the information there for anybody who may need transportation. So.
That's fantastic. Okay, well then we're putting that information in the comments of this episode. We will reshare that. So if you need a ride, the passes are there. You just have to go onto the website. If you need assistance, now let's say someone may not be as tech savvy and isn't able to get on the internet. Is there a phone number that they can call, maybe to reach out to someone?
Not a phone number just yet, but
Okay.
we'll go in there and put one in because that's a very good point.
Okay.
You know, some people may not have that access, so we'll go ahead and put that on there so
Okay.
it becomes a little bit more accessible to other people.
Well, wonderful. We'll definitely make sure that we follow up in this series as we repost it. We will add the phone number, or we will have someone else add the phone number also. But please don't hesitate to call, and we'll make sure to stay on top of that. Now, I do not want to neglect asking you about this teen summit that's happening afterwards. So that's a huge deal. I am a big proponent of that there are not enough activities for kind of teenagers.
That's right.
Above 10 years old, but under 17, you know, there's got to be more in the city.
Yes, so we had the summit last year, and then Councilwoman Adriana Garcia Rocha wanted to do something for the teens themselves, and she wanted to do it in her district, to start off there, and then hopefully this will be an annual event that will travel from district to district.
Oh, gosh.
So of course she went in there, you know, told the mayor this is what I want to do. The city got behind it, so they're having their first ever Empowerment Teen Summit, and that'll be the following week, which would be March 13th and 14th.
Okay.
And it's open to any girl in the community. You know, it's going to stress, you know, being bold and being empowered, and just kind of, you know, just letting them know that they can do whatever they set their minds to. So our councilwomen are behind that, and they're kind of, you know, taking the lead on this. And so it's going to be a great, great opportunity for the young women in our community.
That's unbelievable. And that is during spring break.
It is.
So I know folks have vacations planned, or there might be some sporting events, but I'd have to say, I think as a woman and thinking back when I was a teenager, I probably would have chosen an event like this over maybe a little vacation, because this can give so much to a teenager.
Well, you know, and one of the things as we were sitting down, you know, kind of discussing this, and we figured out, okay, it's going to fall on spring break, we also realized there's a lot of people in our community that don't have the means to go on spring break. So the kids are hanging out in homes. So this will also serve as an opportunity for them to have something to do on one of those days for spring break, where they can be engaged, meet other girls in the community, and just something that's going to be fulfilling for them. So.
Absolutely. Well, we might have to have this more than once a year.
That's right.
Well, I appreciate your time, and thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
And at any parting message that you'd like to share with the audience that's listening?
So please go online, read more about what the Mayor's Commission on the Status of Women are doing. It's open meetings to everybody in San Antonio, so we welcome you at our meetings. We welcome you to get involved, and we're here to, you know, try to make sure that we're moving women forward in our community.
Wonderful, thank you. So everyone, don't forget, these vlogs that we put on Monday, twice a month, are important to business owners, to individuals. We put this on so you can learn more about procurement, events, and other things that can help support you. And let's not forget, the West San Antonio Chamber is also having a luncheon with all 6 councilwomen on March 6th. This is Friday, March 6th, from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more information, you can give us a call at our office, 210-229-1266. And this evening, we also have a communications and marketing meeting. So if you'd like to join us, or if you have a friend that you'd like to recommend, please share that information. And finally, I don't want to forget to mention Guadalupe, because the Guadalupe Theater has a fantastic ballet that's coming into town. It will be here this Friday, and we are working on a partnership, a VIP session partnership. So you'll come in at 6:30 in the evening. If you've already purchased a ticket, enjoy food and drink for free, and then go on to that ballet show. It is going to be fantastic. A wonderful young artist and instructor from New York has put together this ballet company, and I just can't wait to see it. So thank you so much for joining us today. And our guest, Dr. Erika Gonzalez, she's a fantastic woman and leader in our community. Thank you.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
Absolutely. Thank you. And so we'll see you next time, next Monday after next. Hope you'll tune in. Have a great day.